think it's funny when you add a little bit of money to a sport and you give some girls attention what they can do with it. I think everyone should take a page out of our book and really put some more time and effort into women's everything.
Welcome to Breaking the Glass Hockey Podcast. We're talking women's hockey from the PWHL to the NCAA. We'll be talking with players, builders, coaches, and fans who have made this great game what it is today. It's time to educate, empower, and elevate. Let's go!
Do you like our intro?
So cute.
That's my goddaughter.
So cute.
That's Missy Warner's daughter.
Oh, I know Missy Warner. Yes.
Yeah, so we try to use some fun voices on our intro.
So
have
cute.
them be self-made. Anyway, here we are. Again, we are on a roll in Breaking the Glass Hockey Podcast with episodes here. We're on episode 31 today. And we have no other than the woman, the myth, the legend. I'll just throw Digit Murphy here with us to, talk about the things that are going on that if you're living under a rock, you would only not know about here in hockey, and specifically in regard to our national teams and the Olympic Games. But most importantly, before I begin, thanks for coming on, Dig.
Hey, it's a pleasure to be here. I was talking to Brownie before we got on here, both of you guys, and I'm like, just start this. Like, let's just go, because there's just so much to be said about hockey and about what's going on now and about women's empowerment. I mean, education, empowerment, elevate. I used to be education, empowerment, inclusion, using sports as a platform. So I am with you. I am with Breaking the Glass, LFG. How can I help?
I just want to say right now that you're not going to hear my voice a lot this episode, because I'm terrified of being lumped in with the jackass comments. So I am going to just you're going to hear me a little bit here and there chipping in.
Okay.
What's important, Brownie, that you understand, the thing I always give Brownie credit for that he understands is that he's surrounded by a lot of strong women. When he gets out of line, Dig, I just tell him he's out of line.
So I'm going to challenge that for 1 second, Brownie, because it's more important that you as a man step up to the plate of what we're going to be talking about. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
I try to, as much as I can. I try to.
Yeah, let me set the stage, okay? Because this is what's important to me. I read this. You and I have known each other for, God, I don't know,
a long time.
more than half my life, right?
Wow.
So, I read your Instagram post in regard to this topic that we're going to dive into a little bit today, and less about the game and about the medal and more about the issue and the root causes at hand. But I read this and I immediately called you and was like, we need to talk about this. And we've been talking about having you on to talk about just about anything, women's anything. And here we go. So to do justice and to set the stage, I'm going to read the posts for all our listeners so that we can sort of dive in. Okay. This is Digit's Instagram post probably about 2 days ago, maybe more. I want to talk about this moment, not as politics, but as a coach, a parent, and someone who has lived inside locker rooms for decades. Because what bothered me most wasn't controversy. It was the loss of basic leadership and common decency. There are lessons we teach children. Don't laugh when something feels wrong. Stand up. Protect the people around you. Own mistakes quickly. Apologize when necessary. Leadership doesn't change those rules. It raises the standard. First, I feel for the men's team. They were celebrating a significant moment and were clearly caught off guard. That moment should have belonged to the athletes. Locker rooms are sacred spaces where teams celebrate together, and allowing outside distractions into that environment changes the dynamic immediately. As a parent, I also want to speak about Ellen Hughes, I should say, Ellen Hughes. I understand the instinct to protect your children. I too would defend my sons. But we need to be careful not to turn this into another situation where a woman becomes the focus of criticism or blame for something larger. At the same time, her leadership requires preparation and awareness. When you hold a role within USA Hockey, difficult or uncomfortable questions should be anticipated. Moments like this require both protection and accountability. Standing by your athletes while also reinforcing standards of respect and signaling clearly when an apology is needed. If I were breaking down the tape as a coach, here we go. 1, protect the room. Not every outside presence belongs in a team celebration space. 2, when faced with an uncomfortable moment, choose respect, not dismissal. 3, own the behavior quickly. Boys will be boys is not leadership. Accountability is. This isn't about politics. It's about culture, standards, and how we model leadership for the next generation watching us. Respect isn't complicated, but it does require courage.
Boom, mic drop.
Here, hold on.
I know. There you go. There's my time.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean it. Why do you play sports? That's where it comes down to. It's the foundational reason we play sports is to teach life skills. Yes, it's become a business model. Yes, it's become more about how much money people are making. It's now become a business. And these are some of the bad things that happen when sports becomes a business. So when I saw that, I was because first of all, the first thing I saw was the Kash Patel thing. I'm like, oh my God, what a jackass. Who the hell let him in?
You're like, oh shit, right away.
That was my
right?
first thing. I'm like, why is he there? Okay. Secondly, does the FBI director have to act like a jackass like that on camera? Like, come on. Like, when that's happening, you got to be like, cell phones away, right? Thirdly, when I say who let them in with the cameras. I mean, I got to tell you something. I'll be honest with all this. Let's just, I want to give you my perspective because I have let cameras in my locker room in China. You know why I let them in? Because what we were trying to do was expose a whole population to a great thing. Okay. Is we were showing inside the locker room and what it looks like to be in a pro space. That's different than partying your butts off, chugging beers. I don't know what else he was doing, dumping beers on people's heads. So that was the first mistake.
Yeah.
Then I didn't know about that phone call until I saw on Instagram. I had to listen to it like 100 times. I'm like, that's it, and I was just like, that's it. Got to say something. So, because, when you do start to talk only about the Kash Patel thing, it gets a little political, but I still could have commented on that. Right. So then when I just was like, no. And then I see Ellen, because, we coached. I mean, Ellen. I know Ellen. I coached Ellen in 1992. I like Ellen. I love Ellen a lot. I texted her after and was like, I'm so glad you have 2 sons. Woo, USA, right? Yeah. And then I see her and they ask her that question. I can't remember. Was it on NBC? NBC? Because I saw it live with Hoda. And I saw it and I'm like, oh no. And where was she? She wasn't even in Milan. She was in like Switzerland or something, right?
Yeah.
So my first question is, when she gets on that call, does she even think about it like a USA Hockey thing? Probably not, right? Like, I'm always like kind of, I always feel bad for the women because they think, we don't know. Like, I've been in these situations, Lynn, right? Because you're not in the spotlight all the time, right? And you're not like protecting yourself, right? You're just kind of like spewing out what you think. So I think that's why I have such a, I don't know.
But an individual can always say hindsight is 2020, right? Like every quote you can. But there's one of the really biggest concerns, and maybe I'm jumping ahead here, is the lack of preparedness for the damage control that is needed 100%.
Here. It's the PR nightmare, but as well as I do, we've worked for USA Hockey. Okay, let's talk about them for a moment.
Yeah.
What people don't understand about USA Hockey is they're not a lot of people, right? Everyone thinks USA Hockey is this giant thing. It's like the head of the women and a little small staff, the head of the men and a big staff, right? And when you're on the women's staff, they're not they're not ready for PR damage. I'm just being real with everyone about what
Yeah.
it looks like behind the scenes. So this is what Ellen's dealing with, right? They're not calling her and go, hey, NBC Sports is calling you. Not like you're an NHL team. Be careful. They prep you. She's not getting prepped. She's just answering like a mom. Okay. But she does have the responsibility to do that if she's going to take pictures with the team after the game, if she's going to sit down and say she's an ambassador of the game, right? I mean, I literally didn't even know she was on women's staff, but that's just, I just didn't know. So moving ahead now to those three things I saw Kash Patel. I saw the freaking phone call. Oh my God, I can't.
Yeah.
And then I see Ellen and I'm like, okay, that's a whole PR thing. It's a total nightmare. The easiest way to get out of this, you guys. I mean, I've been there, been total idiot, done stupid things, threw water bottles, got kicked out of games. What do? What a jackass I was. And I tell the team and I tell my AD or I tell whoever, because people are people and people will forgive you. The one thing that bothers me the most is that those guys did not apologize. None of them. They doubled down on boys will be boys behavior. And can't we all get along?
Exactly.
They're our friends. You don't do that to your friends.
So let's talk about that for a second, right? Because I have a few things plotted out here. Let's talk about the quotes and some of the ways in which those in the USA men's group are handling it and not handling it, right? You got a few quoted Charlie McAvoy, Jake Sanderson, Jeremy Swayman saying we should have reacted differently. It was definitely a mistake. But also saying in the same breath, it's certainly not reflective of it. For example, Charlie McAvoy, and again, one of the few people that are saying, yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't it in Swayman. This is not in good form. But at the same time saying it's not reflective of how we feel and how we look at their accomplishments. Here's another one. Jake Sanderson, called the team's reaction a mistake, but then said it got blown out of proportion. Then said we made a mistake again in the sentence, but again said it got blown out of proportion. But we have the utmost respect. You can't have it both ways.
So 1000%, they got it half right. Okay. And they got it half right. It's so simple.
And 50% is failing in school.
I get it. I'm with you. Like, how can this be? And Brownie off camera or whatever, before we were talking, you're like, I don't know how much I'm going to talk. I'm like, you need to talk. Well, because who needs to talk? Let me just say why, and then you can talk. The men need to have men examples to look up to, and to have the privilege of being with and saying, like, look at who our leaders are now as men. I'm sorry. Everyday men need to step up to the plate and go, guys, are you kidding me? The true value of a man is to apologize and say less. Okay, Brownie, I want to know what you think.
Well, the thing that, so I didn't coach at the college level. I coached the high school level. And at the high school level, when we coached, it was more of forming these guys that they are now, right? The McAvoys, the Swaymans. And what I always told them, there was two things. Be a good teammate. Give me your best effort. Being a good teammate is understanding how to apologize. Trust me, we had some issues that we had a lot of apologizing to do. And that's the thing that stuck out to me about all these players. Everyone couched it. No one just said, hey, we fucked up. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that we insulted what the women accomplished. I'm sorry that I reacted in the moment, and I got to be better. That's all they had to do. And that would have been fantastic. And that would have carried a lot more weight. And Digit, I want to say, like we were talking about the political part of it, these guys made it political by going to the State of the Union, by wearing MAGA hats, by all that stuff, regardless of how you feel. Like when Tim Thomas didn't go to the Obama White House with the Bruins, that was his choice. That's fine, right? It's your choice. But you guys made it political, this whole thing.
Well, you're not going to avoid the differences in people in this situation. But going back to what you said, Brownie, they made it political by letting that person in the locker room. Like your first
I don't
point
know how that
is
works.
protect the room.
And I'm not trying to make excuses. I don't know who makes that call to invite him, because I know he's tight with Sullivan.
Yeah, I think it's the coach. I think it's the coach's responsibility. It always comes down to the coach.
You got to protect your players.
Whether they're tight or they're not tight. When the coach lets a political person in the locker room, Number one, if I'm letting him in the locker room, I'm like, guys, this is my friend. He happens to be the head of the FBI. No freaking cameras. Like, like I'm setting the stage, and Linda knows this. I've been a head coach. Like every single thing that we do represents us, whether I'm at Brown, whether I'm at the USA Hockey, the World Championships, China, wherever. This is a reflection on us. So you as a coach also have to anticipate that bad stuff can happen, especially if he's your buddy. That guy's out of control. Okay. He just is. And it's who he is. And it's who we choose to have in our politics and government. And that's not the point. The point is when you let people outside, bad stuff can happen and leaders have to anticipate it.
Yeah. Well, so the other thing is, again, I just want to go back to the USA Hockey thing for a minute, because you are the governing body over both of these programs. It's like the parents of a boy and a girl, and the boy does something wrong, and the girl is having to pick up the backlash of it, and the parents are not saying anything. And
I'm shocked.
I mean, like,
I'm shocked that there wasn't a statement.
The longer the damage control or no statement comes out, the less creditable it becomes, right?
I'm shocked.
It's an afterthought. Like, just a statement. Hey, we're super proud of our teams. We won double gold. We've done something nobody's ever done. We're having a huge celebration for both teams ourselves.
Yeah.
In the USA, on our soil. Just something in the crickets is dismissing it.
Well, I told Linda before we recorded, I got on the US Hockey website looking at merch. You can buy for the men's team US gold medal with the entire roster on the back. That's not available for the women.
No. Come on, Brownie.
No, I'm just pointing it out.
Brownie.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm just pointing it out to our listeners.
No,
and that just speaks to the favorite child kind of dynamic that Linda was talking about.
Let me challenge you, Ditch. You're the president of USA Hockey, right?
Mm-hmm.
We talked.
What do I do?
What do you do?
Okay. Number one, I'm on the phone immediately when I see any of that. The phone call, anything. When I see Cash Patel, I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like, I'm doing damage control. And then I manage it with my PR team from day one. Just remember, I saw the three things. Sorry, I'm going to cough right now.
It's okay. Yeah, the three things that you said when you broke down the tape, right?
Yeah. Well, no, the three: Cash Patel, the Trump phone call, and the Ellen thing. The second I see the Cash Patel, I'm on the phone with my PR person, right? Because that in and of itself is gonna create, I'm not gonna say create problems, but it's gonna create something. So you're gonna have to make a statement. And then that PR team has to be on an emergency call to mitigate everything that happens from then. And then you build out based on, again, what your foundational values and core beliefs are. It's leadership 101. Everything I'm saying, my post is not about hockey. It's about leadership.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's what is missing in all of this. And apparently the only people that have leadership are the women, because Hillary Knight's like, yeah, that toast was that. And even hers, no offense to Hillary, I think she's a great person. It could have been a little stronger, my opinion.
Yeah.
Because
I think it's gotten slowly stronger, to be honest with you, because it started out very vanilla, but very neutral.
Why are the women having to explain the men's actions?
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the women's quotes now. Okay.
Because, and I'm going to let Linda read them, because in the absence of the vacuum and the void, they have to say something because they're getting asked questions. Like, it's comical to me. Like, I'm literally watching like Jack Hughes and all these guys. I can't remember a couple of the other guys because they're in the NHL now. So now the heat is turned up even more.
Oh,
go ahead, Linda.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, that's my other point. Okay. Why is Jack Hughes, a 24-year-old, the spokesperson? You get him right out of there, get him out of the line of fire, and put somebody else a little bit more seasoned in front of it. But they weren't even told who was going to talk. I mean, Jack Hughes might as well be eaten alive. If he says it is what it is one more time, I'm going to lose my mind. Because look, this is my favorite saying. It's on my board. It is what it is, and I'm done with that saying.
I think
because it
those
is the most
listening, Linda just threw her thing.
It is so dismissive to say it is what it is. If you want to piss off your spouse, trust me, it's my favorite saying. My house hates it. It doesn't provide peace in this situation to say it is what it is. It's dismissive and it's lack of responsibility. Okay. And that poor kid is being thrown in the fire on this.
But rewind the tape. Let's really talk about that poor kid. Okay. Someone said this. Someone said this on my I can't remember, on one of my posts. They're like, oh, they're children. And I'm like, wait, okay. We choose to pay children who are 19 years old multi-million dollar contracts. Children. Okay. That's fine. Pay them. Guess what? The child then, to your point, Linda, needs to have a PR team. What the frick? They make all this money.
And that's what
someone that's protecting you. None of this is happening because they think they're untouchable. Done.
Okay. We've got, when I say poor kid, I mean, and I listened to A Touch More with Megan Rapinoe and Sue Bird, and they did a little rant on it and talked about it. And Megan Rapinoe's takeaway was they ruined their own moment.
Yeah.
They did.
Like, poor them.
And the media is trying to ruin the women's moment by keep asking them about how the men fucked up. That's my
news cycle. And thank God Hillary is who she is. And as it keeps spinning, eventually she came out and said, now I have to sit here in front of you and explain someone else's behavior, and that's not my responsibility. And so now the burden of others' actions is on the women.
Right.
So since when have we not heard sports as a microcosm of life? This is what we live every day. So Brownie, when you told me we didn't have the shirt on the back, the names, I'm like laughing. I'm like, of course we didn't. We have never had them. Like,
I know.
Don't even expect to have them. Again, which is to my point when I was on another call earlier with an investor. It was an investor call. It was speaking with a group, about 60, 70 people on a Zoom. I said, we got to change the whole ecosystem, right? I said, how about this? How about you put all women in charge of women's sports? How about that? Because guess what? You guys have been in charge of everything for 2,000 years. How's that working out for us? It's okay. It could be better. So, no, I mean, I was saying it tongue in cheek, but at the end of the day, we should hold people accountable and expect more, but the bar is low, people. I hate to say it. It shouldn't be low. And that's why we should have more sports that are being implemented by good people, by leaders. And it's not just about the money. We talked about this earlier. Why is sports where it is today? It's because it's a business now. This is what happens when sports becomes a business. You pay children multi-million-dollar contracts so other people can make multi-million-dollar deals. And this is what you're left with. Humanity suffers. Okay, I'll be quiet. Go ahead, Linda.
No, it's okay. So, we just of the few notes I made on quotes, and what's really making me, I want to give some credit to Kelly Panic because I like Kelly Panic's, she got a little closer to the actuals, a little closer. Again, we're not scoring, no one's scoring a B+ or anything like that. She said, I think there's also elements to it with the phone call specifically. It's not surprising, to be frank, so I don't know why we would expect differently. That's the most real of the quotes that there were amongst the women's players. But what is sad to me, and I don't know, I'm going to ask you another question about what you do after this, but is that the women are defending this by saying, we've gotten plenty of texts with apologies, but that is behind closed doors. And you can't say, oh, I shit on you, but I'm sorry.
Well, apparently you can.
Behind closed doors. No, and have it mean something.
It doesn't.
If it was for the country, like Ellen Hughes says, then apologize to the country.
Okay. Part of the issue is you're putting completely unskilled people, to your point, with Jack Hughes, to Hillary, Kelly Panic, into the public eye by asking them questions and then amplifying what they say. This is the
Yes.
danger of this stuff. Okay.
It is.
Now, guess what happens? You're out in the world and you're saying stuff on your phone and it's going to go viral. It's going to go somewhere. So again, these children or people playing sports, entitled people who have only lived in this very small micro world. Okay. This is what's happening.
Bubble, really.
They've been in their
Mhm.
bubble their whole life. They're entitled. They've been at the top of the food chain. They have not dealt with these kind of situations often. So they're not prepared, which again, to my point, to Linda and you, Brownie, is get someone PR help. They have no PR help. And shame on the PWHL for letting Kelly Panic say that, and or whoever's saying the text. I don't know what the hell they're saying, but you got to be careful about what you say because this stuff is going to stick with you and it's going to ruin your brand. That's another thing. Jack Hughes's brand, not
Well,
great.
do you,
He should be
well, I
getting
mean,
multi-million-dollar
that's a whole
deals.
topic in itself. NHL viewership has dropped 12%. And you want that to continue?
We
You
don't
want
want
to
that.
fix that?
Do you see it at the Hall of Fame this morning in Toronto? Someone threw a
jacket,
Quinn Hughes Vancouver
sorry.
jersey
Yeah.
ripped in half and threw it at the Hall of Fame.
Oh God. Yeah.
It's wild. It's wild. It's crazy.
North America in hockey.
Well,
Anarchy.
well,
Let me ask
Vancouver.
you this. Okay, Digit, back on your, change your hat now. You're with the USA Hockey Director, President. Now you're the PR expert for these players, namely these females. You need to guide them on what to do in this situation. What do you say?
Well, I think that it's pretty simple. They were disrespected by their friends. I mean, if you're disrespected by your friends, do you go into the secret? What's that? What was that called? The cone of silence. Remember on Maxwell Smart? They used to put it over your head. Do you go into the cone of silence and not tell anyone? I mean, I freaking tell my friends if they're truly my friends. I'd be like, dude, you need to apologize in public, right? But I would, if I'm the PR person, I'm saying, hey, you need to get out in front of this and be strong. I think it's going to help the women to get out in front of it and not beat up the men, but just say, true leaders apologize. That behavior was disrespectful. I do think we deserve an apology. I would say it because I think it's going to increase their brand. I think it's going to their own personal brand, but I also think it's going to improve the respect for women that we demand because it starts with these public figures. They are public figures and they deserve to show people how you respond in these kind of situations. And it's, dude, please apologize. We are friends. Right in here, right in your thing, right in the, hey, Jack Hughes, we deserve an apology. If they all did that, could you imagine? Every single one of them. Be freaking strong. You know, like they had the bucket challenge, do something like that. Pass it to this one, pass it to that one.
Do you think there's a chance that the NHL or the NHLPA was like, hey, let's not apologize and set that trend. Let's keep it very down the middle. Just by the way they all kind of tiptoe.
Their advisement saying to avoid it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If anything came out later, that's like the kiss of death. I mean, hopefully they didn't put anything in writing because that would be so bad.
Yeah,
that would be. It's such collusion. It's collusion and it's stupid and it's. You know what it is, you guys? It's cowardice.
Yeah,
it's cowardice. It's like you. It's just so dumb. I just can't even imagine, but it really sets the tone of where women stand in their life and in their world. It's sad. Yeah. It makes me sad because they did ruin the moment. Megan Rapinoe is absolutely right.
Yeah, they ruined their own moment. She was like, I feel bad for them. I mean, this has been covered in spaces. Sarah Spain from Good Game, love her. Thank you for that narrative. And let's not like peel the Band-Aid off slowly. Let's just say it what it is. So thank you, Sarah Spain. Again, Touch More covered it. Abby Wambach and Julie Foudy covered it on Welcome to the Party. Coming from that lens, just that lens of like, and everybody
covered it on her podcast too. From MSNBC, Jen Psaki, yeah.
It's kind of crazy. But you know what? What do they say in the news cycles? They're talking about hockey, right? Maybe that's what USA Hockey is thinking. Good, keep it going. If it's negative, keep talking about hockey.
there's an analogy that I like to use. I used to use it with my Northeastern teams back in the day with Midget when I was probably calling you crying every day on the phone when I was Schuler and I were trying to get out of the I don't know what we were trying to get out of, but there's this analogy about a farmer who doesn't want the donkey anymore, right? So he puts the donkey in the well, and the well is empty. And they're like, this is what we'll do. We'll throw the donkey in the well, and then we'll just put dirt in there and fill it up. And the donkey's panicking and trying to figure out how to get out of the well and can't get out. And the dirt starts coming.
And then he's like, good, I'll just get on top of it.
And he says, and all of a sudden the donkey's panicking and getting filled with dirt, and he shakes and the dirt falls, and then he steps on it. And suddenly, as they're filling the well, the donkey just comes out of the well because he's shaking it off and stepping it up.
Okay.
Right? So that was like such a cliche old story. You would probably hate it to be my player because I was like, hey, look at this story. What?
Donkey.
Step it up.
Maybe like,
and they're like,
what? Jackass?
I was just like, where is this going? She's killing a donkey.
It's important. In a well. I just used this story again.
You brought it home. You brought it home.
I brought it home. It's a tough one. I was wondering how I was going to land it. But my point in asking this and bringing this up is what is the good that's going to come out of it?
I think the good that's coming out of it is everyone's talking about women's hockey now.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about the women being more stand-up leaders than the men. And this shouldn't be like one shouldn't be better than the other, but I mean, hey, let's call a spade a spade. And I think number 3, it's, maybe next time when this happens, men or women think twice and do the right thing. Maybe they don't laugh when the guy that was on the call does that bad thing. I'm not even going to dignify it with who did it, why they did it, because
we all know
names. We don't speak people's names when we don't respect people. But I think those are the 3 things that come out of it, because I think there can be some good that comes out.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're talking about like, does it, are people like, screw that, I'm going to support this, I'm going to go. We were talking about this before about women supporting women and viewership and attending, and maybe this light the fire under some of that.
It's part of it. And I think it's a great dialogue that is being had right now. And people are like calling me. They're like, what do you think? Like, they just put me in like Go Local Providence for that post. Like that post is a normal leadership post. Like that post could apply to anything that happens. But now, because it happened at that most timely part of the gold medal and what happened and a double gold, now maybe other voices are stepping up, and maybe the other voices are that donkey keeps rising up. And are we the donkey?
We should name him.
Are we the donkey? Are we the donkey? But yeah, so I think those are the things that are happening. And hey, someone asked me the other day, like, what do you think of that? And they don't even care about hockey. I'm like, good. Now I get a chance to educate.
Yeah, exactly. Like, like sometimes, I don't know, bad press, good press, any press, like press is press and attention is attention. I think it's going to trend for a while towards more success and more attention towards these athletes, and at least keep a lot of podcasts going, right?
You guys, I just literally can't believe how many people have reached out to me to like care what I think. Like that's like, so if it's me, like there's so many other people that it's happening to, and it's just another opportunity to expose us and how we think. So I'm not saying I'm happy it happened, but these are the byproducts of what happened.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Exactly.
I like being on this podcast. It's a lot of fun. Good topic.
Perfect segue. We definitely want to have you on to talk about your career as separate than this. That's been on our list
like
for
a 3-part series, Brownie. Come on.
It's all right. It's been on our list since we started.
Let's go. We'll just make a series. I mean, I don't know what we'll call it yet. Not life with Didge, because that can't be summed up in any certain terms.
It's just it's like wild. It's wild, like the whole thing. But yeah. So what else would you guys like to? Did you need to do a lightning round with me? Like, what do you guys do? What is this? Is this a fun thing? What do you do?
Brownie loves the lightning round.
Linda
Oh, do you
hates
have
it.
one?
Oh yeah, I
We
probably
have
can pull it
lightning
up.
rounds.
I
Yep,
love the
we
lightning
got
round.
lightning rounds.
We,
Listen,
Go ahead.
one more thing.
Oh,
I'm still stuck on the USA Hockey thing. I'm really disappointed. You know,
tell us how you really feel.
well, I don't know, like the honored, grateful, but we have scheduling issues. Invite quote, like we're honored and grateful to be invited to the White House. We're really sorry we can't make it. What if they go? What if they?
Oh,
I mean,
I think they might go. I have
think
said
they
to
might
people,
too.
I
I'm scared. I'm scared.
I said this is not over yet. They're like, what do you mean? I go, they might go, and
Yeah.
they're like, are you kidding me? Now, I think if they do go, that would be one of the worst decisions we have ever made, because of. Oh man, I mean, just because of so many things, but like primarily because of the comment. And I'm sorry, I don't want to like dismiss the fact that we're at the White House. It's never going to happen again. Oh, the fuck. Well, I'm sorry. I had to say that. Oh,
No,
well,
yes.
because at the end of the day,
That's the name of our
why?
series.
Like,
Oh,
I
the
don't
fuck
get
well.
it. Well, no,
Oh, the
That's
fuck
gonna
well,
be-
Murphy.
it's just a little crazy because like it's the pretext
Mhm.
behind what happened. It's not going to the White House anymore. Like you're going now that someone just disrespected you in public, made a joke out of you, men laughed at you, but oh yeah, we're going to go. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that really kills the brand. I think everyone would be haters. Everyone would be haters on them.
Well, yeah,
They
that's
can't
plot
win,
twist. If we have a sound effect for plot twist, that would be it. If you suddenly you're like, oh, the women's team's going to the White House, and like the needle goes on the record, like
It's like,
what?
okay.
And
That
I
I'd
just
be
get
like, I gotta
back
be
up
going.
my comments about USA Hockey. I've coached in USA Hockey. I've coached, development camps all my coaching career. I have so many friends in USA Hockey. I just want to understand what the mindset is or lack thereof. I'm not in those shoes. I just want to understand what goes into this and why there isn't a statement yet. Like
So-
to me, it just makes me
Want to hear what real Digit Murphy would do if I was Katie Million?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd resign.
Oh,
I'd
Yeah.
resign. I'd resign. I just would. I mean, that's me. You know, it's on principle, especially if you don't know, like behind the scenes, like I want to believe that someone like Katie Million and Robo are banging down the door of Pat Kelleher's office and going, hey guys, we
Yeah.
gotta get a statement. We gotta get a statement. We gotta get a statement. But I guess you never know. But I would resign on principle. And then I would get a job. I would get so many jobs. That's the thing that people don't understand. When you do things on principle and you act, your
with
actions,
integrity.
are
up level.
are happening to
You up level.
integrity. You can't be like everything right now that we've lived, Lynn, with USA Hockey and now with the PWHL. It's all fear based. It's all fear based. Where you got, oh, can we come to the party? Oh my God, you're only going to give us like a foot in the door. Oh, thank you for the foot. You know what I mean? And then it's like, oh, thank you for, whatever, like my hand. Like you got to be all in if you really believe in the people. And I feel like we are, and anyone that does have the non-fear based is not there anymore. Like, look at Shannon Miller. She's out of hockey. Remember her,
Yeah.
made too much money, and it's this whole again, we talk about it. Sports is a microcosm of life. So I feel like we can do better. We can do better.
Yeah. We have a segment on our podcast called Do Better. I think you're liking our podcast a lot by now.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of
Lightning
fun.
round, Do Better.
I will
we're doing
say
all right over here.
one thing we're talking about visiting. I will say I would much rather go to Vegas with Flavor Flav than go
Of
to
course.
to the current White
Yeah.
House.
If you're listening, Flavor Flav, we want to bring our podcast to
Flavor
your event.
Flav. I would love
And-
to go to Vegas.
And
with
we
you.
want to just rotate people through and let them say what they want to say.
When I
Yeah.
saw him's post on Instagram, I'm like, wait, what? Like, I didn't even know it was Flavor Flav that did that. I
He's
knew
the
they were
best.
going to Vegas, but I didn't know who did it.
I
Buddy,
literally was
I could go
looking
bar
at
for
it.
bar with Flavor Flav from way back, from the 80s. Public Enemy
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah, I was like, how are we gonna get there? How are we gonna get there?
I'm
Like,
gonna have to text. What do you call it? Tweet at him or whatever, or tag him.
yeah.
We'll tag him on this. We'll tag him.
All right, Flav, let's go. I think that's all I've got. I mean, I think it could keep diving down different avenues, but maybe part 2.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like
We'll see how this all ruminates, and yeah.
I like talking. I'll tell you what.
I will say
know.
the guys I play beer league with, and a lot of them, I mean, we're all older, but a lot of them have daughters, granddaughters. Some of them have granddaughters.
Yes.
But they all were like looking at me like, what the hell? And I'm like, oh, we're going to be talking about it. Don't worry. I'm like, I have nothing to do with it. But they were like, you're going to talk about this, right? I'm like, yeah. Linda's working the phone. Don't worry.
You got to tell them you have everything to do. We gotta, as we're humans and we have to support each other. And I think that's where we always draw these lines. And if you just do the right thing, man, women, gay, straight, black, white, like that's doing the right thing for humanity. And that's what true leaders do. So
yeah,
exactly.
Sure.
Can end on that drop.
Do you want to do a lightning? And you got any lightning ready, Brownie?
I got them right here if she wants.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go.
Yeah.
How many are there? Oh,
like 10. There's like 10 of them.
Go.
What's favorite cartoon character?
Bugs Bunny.
You tape your
stick. Oh, Wile E.
Coyote.
Okay.
All right.
I was going to say Bugs Bunny, dude. That's so wimpy.
Wile E. Coyote.
There's no wrong answer, Linda, in the lightning round.
Felix the Cat. That's really my era. Go ahead.
You tape your stick heel to toe or toe to heel?
Heel to toe.
White tape or black?
Black.
Would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Ooh, 100 horse size.
Would you rather speak every language in the world or have the ability to talk to animals?
Every language in the world.
Okay. Besides hockey, if you could pick a pro sport to be a pro, like for a living, what would you choose?
Well, besides for hockey?
Yeah, besides hockey.
Football. I want to be Tom Brady. I want to be Tom Brady.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you choose?
Italy.
Nice. Start, bench, cut. Sushi, ice cream, pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza's starter. Then who do you bench? Who do you cut?
Pizza. What was the middle one?
Bench. And then cut.
Okay. Cut.
We
sushi.
have a lot of NCAA players, so we have to we have to clean up the
sushi. I don't like sushi.
Is there a player nowadays that you watch that reminds you of how you used to play?
Oh wow. Yes. Abby Rock.
Oh,
I was gonna say that, or Rattray, or someone like. Yeah,
that's great.
Nice, I love it.
Favorite and least favorite rinks you've played in or coached at, and you got to leave Brown out of it.
Yeah. I mean St. Lawrence.
St. Lawrence gets a lot of love. Yeah.
St. Lawrence. I can't say Cornell because I played there, right?
Right.
Can't say that.
Okay. I kind of like Ritter. How many do I have?
Just
favorite
one
rinks?
of each. You can do whatever you want. Yeah.
Did you say the worst one?
Yeah.
I also liked I gotta say another one that I liked was Princeton's rink, Kobe Baker. I like that. Did a lot of character. And then the worst is we had some really bad ones like Sacred Heart. That was bad. I think it's good now, but it was really bad. It was like a municipal rink back in the day. And then the other one, the one I really did not like, you're gonna die, Lynn, when I'm gonna say this, is UNH before they.
You're so lucky.
I wasn't gonna say Matthews. Before
that's what Linda was fencing for.
No, before they made it small, it was too big for women's hockey. I didn't like it.
Oh yeah, agreed.
Just too big.
Just a couple more. Your own music festival. Any artist, living or dead. Give me your top 3.
Okay. Bruce Springsteen. Bob Marley.
Ooh.
I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. Maroon 5.
Oh,
Just for fun.
I don't even know if Maroon 5 would be on their own festival, but that's good. That's
I
yours
just
festival.
like kids. Like I remember the 90s with them, with my
Yeah,
kids.
Yeah.
for sure.
yeah.
And then the last one I have for you, then Linda has her closing one. The most famous person in your phone.
Oh, Aranda, my partner.
Oh, Rhonda, I love her.
My
Tell her I
partner
said
slash
hi.
wife, my redhead. Yes.
She's the best. She is the best.
The best.
Okay. Those were fun, Brownie. Brownie loves the lightning round. I'm
I
like,
love
not
the
too many
lightning round.
lightning rounds.
Tells
It's
a
too
lot
long.
about the people.
I
Tells a
think
lot
I
about
think it gives you an insight into people. Yeah. And
All right.
it would make sense to do it at the beginning because then it would break the ice. But I feel like at the end is good because everybody's relaxed and been telling stories. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So here's my final, ending question. Give us 2 to 3 people who you think represent or would be great to have on the podcast to represent the idea of breaking the glass.
I would say Shannon Miller and Katie Stone. They would blow your fucking your podcast up. Now, I think that there's so many people that represent. I like to go with the historical reference because I think it's so weighted toward the present and the future. And I think without those two areas would not exist without the past. Like Angela James, Sammy Joe Small,
Sure.
like all those Olympians, Haley Wickenheiser, like all those guys, like they really made it. Kenny Dufton, like all, Lisa Haley, like there's just so many people in our ecosystem that keep it alive and no one gets to talk about it.
Yeah, we don't go back far enough when we talk about it is the problem. We think that like 1998 was the inception, was the stepping off point, right? I mean,
it was not. Hazel McAllister, remember her?
You and I know that. I know, but I'm just saying I think even at the Olympics, we're not going to digress to this, but they could have done a better job showing the history of the sport.
Oh, wait, they didn't? They have AJ up there and Jen Botterill. That's enough. I'm being facetious, but literally,
I know that, Midge.
That's how they do it. It's like, oh, well, I played in the 98 team and Bots was my, we played against each other. And
I love them. I love that they're in there and they did great. But they could be, awesome. They could be talking about the 1980 something or 79. Like that's where I say we could tap it back further, right?
That would take USA Hockey. All right. Putting their stamp on the broadcast. Yeah. That's what it would take. It would, or they need guidance to tell the women's stories. And they're just not, they don't care about it. They're not prepared to do it. And we are not even talking about the things that I really want to talk about, which we could talk about someday, is why there has never been a women's coach in general, except for Katie Stone. And then after that, they're like, oh no, she lost. We're never going to have women again. It's crap. Why do we still have men? And I'll say it's 2 reasons. Number 1, insider candidates with USA Hockey. And number 2, the women will say they want a man. So until we have those 2 things fixed, we ain't fixing it.
All right. Stay tuned for part 2 of.
I mean, you literally, like, I could be on your show every week and we would probably get 1 million views because I'll just say stuff. I don't care.
Listen, Digit, you are a glass breaker. You are a visionary. You are my friend. Now you're Brownie's friend.
Brownie.
And I couldn't think of a better person to talk about this with on our podcast. So thank you
thanks.
so much.
Thank you so much. I was stoked for this.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now, I'm sure they're going to be like, DJ Murphy. What else is new, guys? What else is new?
Listen, you level set me several times on our conversation the other day, and I was like, oh, I was thinking about it later, and I was like, yeah, that is right.
And if anyone wants to find me at Digit Murphy everywhere.
Thank you.
LinkedIn, everywhere. There's only, okay, you guys know this. There's only one Digit Murphy in the world. A lot of people would say, good thing. A lot of people say, we need more of you. You decide what side you're on.
That's awesome. Go to sign off.
All
right
that
there.
said, bye for now.
Bye for now.
See ya.
Thanks for having me.
Yep.